Face car dirty, my shit cleaner than some dysentery. Face car dirty, my shit cleaner than some dysentery. Face car dirty, my shit cleaner than some dysentery. Screaming for the ops, shout out my block.
Well, somebody's smoking on a Julio Foolio pack tonight. Yep, the ops got him. The ops got him. Finally, they got him. You know what? If you say that you didn't see this coming and you know who Julio Foolio is, then you a damn Julio fool yourself. Everybody saw this coming. I think Julio Foolio even saw this coming. So before we get into all the semantics and the side chatter and my commentary, here are the details. So it says that the rising rap star Julio Foolio has been shot dead at the age of 26 years old during his birthday celebration in an ambush-style attack in Tampa, Florida. He died on the day he was born 26 years ago. The death of the up-and-coming rapper, who has over 1 million followers on Instagram, was confirmed by his attorney, Louis Fusco. Foolio, whose real name is Charles Jones, he was out celebrating his 26th birthday at an Airbnb with friends before he checked into a Holiday Inn where he was ambushed in the parking lot of that Holiday Inn before going into his room. Now, Julio Foolio had actually put a video up, and the video said, "Tonight we celebrating my birthday and shit, it's going up. I done dropped the ad already." He dropped the addy already, meaning he dropped his location already. Now, I don't know if he dropped his location in a private chat or he dropped his location publicly, but either way, it's dangerous. I was just talking to some teenagers about this, and I said, you know, it could be the female or somebody in your circle that's close to you. All they got to do is start a conversation. Hey, you going to Julio Foolio birthday party tonight? They don't know that they talking to your ops. They think it's a friend. So they tell them where the party is going to be at, and then you got your enemies on your ass. Anybody could have dropped his location or given it to the enemy, including Julio Foolio himself, who does not really seem to care much about living, to be honest. I've watched his videos, his interviews over the years, and he always spoke of life in a way like he knows he's going to die young kind of thing, right? And this right here is for life. I remember somebody was interviewing him and they asked him, so is there any way for you to get out of this lifestyle, this gang lifestyle, this banging lifestyle? And he said no, because blood has already been spilt. So if you kill my brother, don't think I'm going to come shake your hand and say, okay, let's piece it out. It's murder for murder until we all die. And when I saw that interview, I said, damn, this young man has already fully dedicated himself to dying sometime soon. Because it's only a matter of time, especially in Florida. In the state of Florida, man, they play with big guns, and the gun laws are loose. You can find a Draco anywhere on any corner. You can find a Glock with a switch anywhere on any corner. Everybody is armed. And when the bullets start flying, you are not Teflon. You are not made of steel. So you know the rest. Julio Foolio just got injured the other day. They shot up a car with him in it, which is another attempt on his life out of many that have happened before. He has escaped death before, where they shot up vehicles he was in before, and he got away. This time, he just did not get away. One person was reportedly killed, and 3 others were injured in that parking lot off the Holiday Inn. I'm guessing the one person that was killed was him. That's who they came for. That's who they got. And as close as people to him, they got shot up as well. Did y'all see the wound on his leg when he got injured the other day from them attempting to kill him? They shot up the car. The bullets flew through the car. One of those bullets flew through the lower part of the car door, ripped through his foot. And his foot that hole that was left in his foot looked like he was never going to walk again. So he was walking upright on his birthday, looking like he was doing well, recovering from that injury. And, you know, when your ops come to get you and they miss and you taunt them, I've seen this scenario play out many times before in the rap world. I don't remember this rapper's name, but he was from down south. I believe he was from Atlanta. And he got shot up. And he taunted his enemies. And he said, "You can't even shoot straight. You missed, you pussy. Next time, try to do it better." And in no time, the ops doubled back. And they did it better, and he was up out of there. Before we talk about all that, though, let's talk about the fact that Julio Foolio was signed to somebody. And let's talk about the fact that a lot of these record companies nowadays, they only give record deals to young black men like Julio Foolio. When I say that, I mean this. You got to be in trouble with the law. You got to be in trouble in these streets. You got to have been in a few shootouts. You got to have people questioning whether you done dropped a couple of bodies. You got to look like a certified killer, even if you're not, and most of them are, or have been behind bars. They have a prison or a jail record. You got to be in some type of trouble to get signed to these labels. Now, these are the people that they give advance money to. Record labels sign them to deals so they can go do shows and make money, and they give them the spotlight to become famous. Ask yourself this: why are they not giving all that to somebody who is young and promising, gifted in music, and is not involved in the shits? That means 30 years from now, when they're celebrating great legends, they might be celebrating one of these young people that they signed today. But if you notice, most of these young people they signed today, they're only hot or famous for a short period of time before they all die or they just burn out, right? The females, they got to be hoes, or they have to come across as hoes. And the males, they have to be gangsters, gang members, or come across as somebody that's about to crash out sometime soon. They're addicted to drugs, they brag about it in their music, or they have ops that they're killing in their music, and it turns out that they're actually living the lyrics that they're rapping about. One thing you got to understand is this: words are powerful. Words chanted are spells. You keep chanting death, death, murder, murder over your life, in your life. That incantation, that spell will soon materialize, and you will soon meet whatever comes with that. Now, the victims in the morning shooting where Julio Foolio died is believed to be Charles Jones, Tampa Police Public Information Officer. Joni Lewis wrote in a press release and said, "That's his name, Charles Jones. That's Julio Foolio. Positive identification is pending confirmation from the medical examiner's office, but we've heard it now through many other outlets that it is him. It's been confirmed, and now it's front page news for every major news network that carries the news. It is Julio Foolio. There's no doubt." Foolio documented the evening with videos that he actually shared with his Instagram followers. In one story, he mentioned the cops turning up to the event and shutting the celebration down, but he said the party continues at another location. Now, you move in locations to continue your party, and you drop in your addy telling everybody where you're going to be at. Pull up, meet me there. Bad business, especially if you know you are hot out in these streets. Now, just hours before he was killed, Foolio was thanking God for another year. And he had a lot to be thankful for, because they've been after him for a few years now. He said, "God, thank you for allowing me to see another year and to celebrate another birthday," he wrote on X, which was once Twitter. "I appreciate all the birthday wishes. so far. And in the video, you can see him happy. There were lots of females around, and he was about to have a good time at celebrating his 26th birthday. Had a nice little Airbnb. It's a poolside party. The pool was on a lake. You know, he was about to celebrate. And I see that left foot, that left foot of his, that he got hit up. He was in a boot, but he was walking well and looked like he was healing. Even though the first time we saw that injury, we said, he looks like he might lose that foot. This wasn't his first time being shot. The popular Jacksonville rapper has been a target of numerous shootings in the past, with the latest one occurring 8 months ago in October of 2023 in another ambush-style attack. And before that, he was injured in another shooting on November 8th of 2021. So whoever wanted him dead, they made sure that they kept on trying. And if you don't succeed, try again. And they did, until they finally got him. Listen, the record company is going to be paid off of this. The record company has a life insurance policy out on Julio Foolio. Every record company has a life insurance policy out on their artist. And it's sinister in some way, because this is the reason why I think they're giving these record companies, these record deals to young men who are troubled. Because they could look at you and tell you're crashing out, or you're not going to live too long, because you leave the back of your head exposed a lot, you out in the public too much, and your ops just keep coming and they just keep on trying. Julio Foolio was not a rapper that just rapped about guns. He played with them guns for real. People who know him can attest to this. People who have been killed have been attached to his name. He's not the type of person to speak to the police. He is not the type of person to call the police to handle his street business. Whenever he loses somebody, he makes sure the other side loses somebody too. In other words, my granny used to say, you live by the gun, you're going to die by the gun. And from that interview that I saw with him, where he said what he said, I was convinced already that he knew he was going to die by the gun. I don't think he knew when, but I don't think he really cared when. I think he just lived life in a way where it was like, if I'm here still tomorrow, then I'm here still tomorrow. If I'm not here, then I'm just not here. I don't know how you get to that mindset at 26 years of age where you are ready to die. But I never lived his life. And from what I know from his background, he jumped off the porch real early. He been in these streets since way back. He been getting in trouble. He been busting guns. He been running from the ops and running up on the ops. He been doing this for quite some time. But a lifestyle like this does not last too long. So it's rest in peace for Julio Foolio. Somebody is smoking on a pack tonight. Somebody got rich off of his death, and it wasn't his family members or his next of kin. It was a record company or a record executive who signed him and invested money in him. That's just the way the business goes. We got to start thinking about this, though. When are they going to start giving big record contracts and all these opportunities to young black men who are gifted and talented with music, rap, whatever, but are not attached to any drama? They probably won't, because the turnaround policy on that record, on that life insurance policy, the turnaround time, the payout, nigga, you look like you about to live to be 70, 80, 90 years old. I'm not going to get that money. But the one that's crashing out sometime soon, I know I'm going to get that money. And it's business, and it's the way it is. I don't know if they ever spoke to Julio Foolio and said, listen, man, you're really talented. You've garnered a following. Let's leave these streets behind. and let's stick strictly to the music. Let's move out of your area where you live at. Let's move somewhere else. Let's go be safe and start moving with security and start putting out more music, good music and whatever, and let this be about longevity in the music business and generating money enough to create generational wealth for yourself. Let's do that. I don't know if they spoke to him like that, but it really seems like this was not in his plan anyways. Youngin Ace is another Florida rapper who's all up in and with the shits. And the Youngin Ace is not expected to back out of this anytime soon, because if you listen to Youngin Ace's tragic story, he has lost some really close people to him, blood akin. So it's like this. You killed my brother. I can't just see you and just say it's all good. ATK and KTA will be going at it forever. I'm not saying ATK and KTA are the ones, that's the specific beef that took Julio Foolio's life. But I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it at all. So shout out to the Julio Foolio fans, because I know a lot of young people follow him. But I want them young people that's following him to actually pay attention to this. You see where it ends. You see you won't have much time left. You see that life goes on without you. So don't waste your time and be in a hurry to get put in a casket and put in the ground. Because most of the people who love you, within a month or two of you gone, they'll still be carrying on with life and getting back to the things that they love to do. And that's the ones who really, really love you. Because the others, they'll forget you in the first 24 to 48 hours you get put in the ground. Hey man, I'm leaving this video right here. I just said I'm kind of mad at Julio Foolio for letting them get him, because the brother always came across as somebody that was young, charismatic, intelligent, obviously talented, but just gave himself over to the dark side. And I wanted him to so much change and become one of those stories later on down the road, a success story. But that's not what fate had and destiny had for him. So fly high, Julio Foolio. You came, you saw, you lived, and you're gone. And that's that. I'll catch y'all on the next video. It's Hot Topics TV /BrainFloTV. You already know if the topic is hot, we're on it. I'm out. Peace. Hit that subscribe button.